US President Donald Trump gave Iran 48 hours to unblock the Strait of Hormuz, through which about 20% of the world's oil and gas supplies pass. If the blockade continues, Trump promises to attack all energy facilities of the Islamic Republic. In response, Iran threatened to plunge the entire Middle East region into hellish conditions. Iran threatens to strike the critical infrastructure of all neighboring countries with its missiles, threatens to destroy desalination plants and damage cables that provide the region with internet and therefore with communication with the outside world. In Iran, they openly stated that if Trump strikes their energy sector, they will send the entire region back to the Stone Age. In addition, Iran threatens in that case to completely block the Strait of Hormuz for everyone, not just for Iran's opponents. And to prove they are not just making empty threats, Iran struck Iran. Specifically, they targeted 2 cities near a nuclear facility in the south of the country. I'm Alexei Pechiy, let's discuss this. My name is Alexei Pechiy, let's discuss this topic together, but before we start, I ask you to subscribe to this channel, give it a like, and leave any comment under this video. If you want to support the work of this YouTube channel, you can do so with any donation, subscription, or even sponsorship on the YouTube platform. How can you do this? The links and details are in the description of this video. I will be grateful for any support from you. So, US President Donald Trump gave Iran 48 hours to unblock the Strait of Hormuz, through which about 20% of the world's oil and gas supplies pass. If the blockade continues, Trump promises to strike at energy facilities. Here is his quote. If Iran does not fully open the Strait of Hormuz, ceasing threats within 48 hours from this moment, the United States of America will strike and destroy their numerous power plants, starting with the largest one. And I should note here that there are 98 power plants in Iran that run on natural gas. Among the largest power plants are Domovan to the southeast of Tehran, Ramin to the north of Avaz, and Kerman in Chatrud. Trump's threat may also be a reference to the nuclear power plant in Bushehr, which is also a major target. This threat marks a sharp turn of events compared to what happened just a day earlier, when Trump, on the contrary, suggested ending the war without opening the Hormuz Strait, which indicates that the strait has become a major problem that Trump cannot back away from, even though he is looking for a way out of this war. Just yesterday, Trump stated that the United States doesn't actually need the Hormuz Strait and therefore he isn't going to do anything about it. Moreover, on Friday afternoon, just over 24 hours before the new threat, Trump stated that he was considering winding down the military operation without resolving the issue of the Hormuz Strait. And I have to say this, if the United States really leaves without opening the Hormuz Strait, they will leave other countries alone with the economic crisis caused by the war that Trump himself started. And Trump's words that the situation in the Strait does not affect the United States at all, that's a lie. After the Strait was closed, the average price for a gallon of gasoline in the US is already reaching almost $4, which is more than $1 higher than a month ago. Well, such a threat from Trump did not go unanswered by Iran. The country's military command stated that it would strike key infrastructure in the Middle East, particularly energy and information technology infrastructure. Here is the quote. If the enemy attacks Iran's fuel and energy infrastructure, all energy, information technology, and desalination infrastructure belonging to the US and the regime in the region will be targeted. Later, the Speaker of the Iranian Parliament, Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf, one of the country's top civilian leaders, added that Iran, quote, will irreversibly destroy vital infrastructure, as well as energy and oil facilities throughout the region, and oil prices will continue to rise for a long time. Such a statement only confirms that Iran is ready to go to any lengths just to preserve its regime, because in Tehran they are threatening to destroy even the desalination infrastructure. Which means that the residents of Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Oman, Bahrain, and Kuwait could simply be left without drinking water, because desalination plants in the Middle East are a matter of survival. In addition, Iran is threatening to damage underwater cables, which not only provide internet to the region, but also connect, for example, the entire banking system of the region with Europe, Asia, and Africa. And against the backdrop of these threats, on the evening of March 21st, Iran attacked the cities of Dimona and Arad in southern Israel. near which there is a nuclear energy research center. The ballistic missiles could not be intercepted and they struck the peaceful city. At the moment, 175 people are known to have been injured. In Arad, as a result of a direct hit by a ballistic missile on a residential area, at least 115 people were injured. 9 of them are in serious condition, including a 5-year-old girl. In Dimona as well. Also, as a result of a direct hit on a residential area, 60 people were injured, including a 12-year-old boy who sustained shrapnel wounds. Well, it's already obvious that Iran wanted to show that they can strike at Israel's nuclear facility. After all, the Nuclear Energy Research Center located in the Negev desert is only 10 kilometers from Dimona and 30 kilometers from Arad. Before the attack, Iran informed the IAEA about the strike by the US and Israel on its uranium enrichment plant in Natanz and presented the missile launch at the facility in Dimona as a response. It is also worth noting that the Shimon Peres Nuclear Research Center plays a key role in Israel's nuclear weapons program, the existence of which the Jewish state neither confirms nor denies. Recall that Iran effectively blocked the Strait of Hormuz after the US and Israeli military operation began on February 28th. And according to S&P Global, the number of passengers through this transport artery has decreased by 96%. About 3,200 ships are stuck in the Persian Gulf. Iran has stopped almost all attempts to pass through the Strait of Hormuz using naval and aerial drones. It has also used missiles, including against ships. At least 22 vessels have been damaged in the Gulf of Oman and the Persian Gulf, some of them as a result of direct strikes. The blockade of the Hormuz Strait and Iran's attacks on facilities in the Persian Gulf countries have led to critical disruptions in energy supplies and a surge in prices for oil, gas, and fertilizers. Trump previously called on European and other countries to join military efforts to unblock the strait. And Germany refused. On March 20th, the US launched an operation to clear the Hormuz Strait to resume shipping. They are also using attack aircraft to strike Iranian military ships and Apache helicopters to fight against drones. This is intended to enable US Navy ships to enter the Hormuz Strait, providing security and escort for commercial vessels into and out of the Persian Gulf. But it is unclear what the outcome of Donald Trump's new ultimatum will be, since Iran is clearly not aiming to unblock the Hormuz Strait, understanding that at the moment this is its most powerful tool of war. I'll leave it at that. Share your opinions and conclusions in the comments below this episode, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and don't forget to like. If you want to support the work of this YouTube channel, you can do so with any donation. The links and details are in the description of this video. I also encourage you to subscribe to my Telegram channel, Pechiy News. The link is also in the description of this video. That's it for now. Take care. Goodbye, everyone.